Put your tea bag in.
I thought my tongue had fallen out for a minute.
Well, you won't be needing your tongue now Lisa's ditched you, will you?
We're supposed to be going on holiday together. I've already bought my flip-flops.
You can't afford a holiday.
Yes, I can. Tax rebate.
Tax rebate? You've never stayed in a job long enough to pay tax.
Well, maybe they give you money back if you collect enough P45s. I'll buy Lisa a fabulous present. Something with a lot of straps.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Do I owe you some of this?
No, Dermot, you owe me all of it. If you buy so much as a newspaper with it, I'll nail your head to the fridge. How am I supposed to keep this mortgage up if you don't pay the rent?
You could always sell one of your kidneys.
You're really upset about that girl, aren't you? You want to talk about it?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah. Well, it's always going to be sad when you first split up with someone, isn't it? You remember all the little things you used to do together? What was she like in bed? Was she a moaner or a screamer?
Leave it out.
No, all right, you don't want to talk about it. I'm cooking tonight. What do you fancy?
Anything that takes my mind off sex.
Toad in the hole. Couple of dumplings. Something wobbly and an oyster sauce.
Yes, OK, thanks.
Snap out of it. You've got a new job to look forward to today.
Great.
Selling is a very challenging occupation.
I'm no good at it.
I'll tell you what. If you drop in at the office at lunchtime, you can give me the money you owe me, and I'll teach you how to deal with the public.
Well, I thought I'd just sort of let them mill about.
Mill about? What's supposed to happen then?
Well, then I hope they, go home.
Dermot, I can't work it out. You're either very stupid or you're very, very stupid.
Is Dorothy coming over tonight?
Ooh, I don't know. Just turns up these days. I'm going to dump her.
Why?
Well, we've been going out together for 2 years. She's worn out.
Oh.
I mean, she used to be really enthusiastic in bed.
And then she met you.
Yeah. No. I mean, she knows what I like. I know what she likes. After a while, you want it the way you like it.
But with someone else.
Yeah.
So how are you going to tell her?
Well, I have to make it look like it's her decision.
Start with the moody silence, eh?
Yeah, I'll give her a couple of hours moody silence.
Lull your head a bit.
Yeah. Lull my head, moody silence. Then I'll ask her for my keys back, say I need a bit of time to discover myself. She'll say, that's it, our relationship's going backwards, let's call it a day. Then I'll look shattered.
Call her a cab before she changes her mind.
Yeah, good idea. And I'll stand in the window all sort of tearful, waving the cab off, my little eyes all wet, lip all quivery. Then you and me can go and get a pizza.
That sounds very fair. That's the thing, isn't it? I mean, 20 years ago, when men had no respect for women, they just used to say, you're chucked. But now we do respect them. We have to lie to them sensitively.
George? You've heard of the wheel clamp?
Yes?
You're already familiar with the doorknob?
Yes?
Look at that.
A knob wheel.
It's a door clamp, George. It's a crap idea. Who sent it? Come in, Anthea. I won't hurt you, probably.
I couldn't understand some of your last tape, the letter to Burridge Security Products. So I've tentatively typed in disappointing standard of design.
I've warned you about this before, haven't I, Anthea? I want you to go away and put back in what I actually said. Conceived by a moron and engineered by a git is how I believe I phrased it.
You don't think that's a bit undiplomatic?
Anthea, we are trying to sell reliable security equipment here. These people send me a safe that a small animal could open with a bag over its head.
Well, perhaps we could settle for adding the word utterly to my suggestion.
I'm sorry, Anthea. My git is not negotiable. I let you take my bollocks out last week and it left a nasty taste in me.
You really take security seriously, don't you?
Well, George, I'm just trying to create a crime-free society where children can grow up free from corruption. I don't know why I hate the little bastards, but there you are.
Well, perhaps you ought to move to the country like Marjorie and me. Don't get much crime there. Bit of pilfering from bird tables, but otherwise it's...
Oh, you're lucky, mate. The bloke in the flat upstairs from me moved out yesterday. I reckon we'll have squatters in before you can say government housing policy. That's a biro you're sharpening, George.
I could never be a squatter. You know, having to share the bathroom with people you haven't been properly introduced to.
Hi, George.
Hello, Dermot. How are you?
Oh, can't complain. Depressed, poor, totally shagged out.
How'd it go this morning?
Oh, I was very busy. I'd spent half the morning hiding inside a kitchen cabinet until it calmed down.
You did?
Standard of workmanship in those cabinets is incredible, you know. I mean, you expect the odd screwhead to show, wouldn't you?
You should be out there, selling, pushing yourself, shouldn't he, George?
Yes, you've got to be aggressive.
It's simple. I'm going to turn you into a salesman. Show me what you can do. Sell that to George.
Do you want to buy this, George?
Not really.
He doesn't want to buy again.
All right, let's recreate market conditions. You're trying to sell this security device to George, who's a little old lady.
Could I be Welsh?
Eh?
I'd like to be a little old Welsh lady.
If it helps, yeah.
Have I got to be Welsh too? It always comes out Pakistani.
It doesn't bloody matter. Just do it, will you? This is for your benefit.
Madam, the impregnatron door clamp provides a second line of defence against unwelcome guests.
Well, that's a mercy.
I'll just get my assistant to show you how it works. This mobile marvel fits easily over handles, rendering the door unopenable.
Yes, thank you. Well, I'll have one of those.
Great. So, when do you leave Wales and come to London, then?
Oh, there's quite a funny story attached to that. Yes. We were out gathering slate and so on.
All right, you two.
Oh, I enjoyed that. Can I play it with a stutter next?
No. Dermot, have you got me the money?
Tonight, all right?
Yeah, all right. That's not bad, is it? British ingenuity. That would have taken 400 strong Japanese working round the clock to come up with an idea like that. Even the most determined intruder will have trouble in... You're like a bull in a china shop, aren't you? Ask the butcher to cut the liver into the thinnest slices possible. Crush the peppercorns in a pestle and mortar if you have one. Well, I haven't got one, Delia. Oh, if you haven't got one, use the back of a spoon.
Say that speck of dust got back into the house again.
How'd it go?
Oh, I'm knackered. I fell asleep against this woman on the bus. She was all right until we got to Oxford Circus and I started dribbling on her shoulder.
Slice that, will you? Don't tell me your new employers didn't offer you a cigar and a seat on the board.
Didn't offer me any kind of seat. I was standing up all day, fantasising about sofas.
That makes a change from your usual fantasies about semi-naked women in bits of white underwear.
Not really. These sofas already had semi-naked women in them. But they'd squeezed up to let me sit down.
That's your trouble. You're obsessed with sex.
It's your fault. You keep on giving me suggestive food. What are you cooking, anyway?
Well, it's basically an adaptation of a Persian dish in a rather subtle juniper sauce, followed by jelly and ice cream.
With hundreds and thousands?
Yeah.
Good. Need something to take my mind off Lisa.
Yeah.
I taught her all my best beer mat tricks, you know. Why did she leave me?
Perhaps she shouldn't have slept with her best friend.
Women don't like that much, do they? Her teeth went all kind of clenched, like in Dallas. Is this mine?
Nope.
Good, I'm going to change.
We'll change it to something useful, like a curry. going to move in upstairs. I found a letter addressed to someone called Deborah.
Great, what's it say?
How should I know? It's private. Actually, I did accidentally steal it open and read it. Mother enjoyed her holiday in France, but the weather was a bit disappointing.
France, eh? Bonjour, Deborah. Je m'appelle Dermot, I'm sensitive and artistic.
Have you got the sharp knife in there?
Yeah, it's on the side. I'll bring it out in a minute. Yo, get down, bitch!
Dermot! Oh, I see, it's a duvet. Well, silly old me. I thought for a minute there you'd spent all the money you owe me on a new suit, you piece of scum.
I'm looking after it for a friend.
No, you're not.
Right, it's an investment.
No, it isn't. It's a bloody new bloody suit, you bastard.
It's not my fault. Whenever I see a cheque, I go out of control. I'm the same with tight black skirts, actually.
This is my money we are talking about here. What would you say if I emptied your wallet and went out on a spending spree?
I'd say, what can you buy these days for an old library ticket and a picture of Lisa bending down on Brighton Beach?
Shut up. Well, what else have you bought for yourself?
Nothing.
Well, what's in that bag?
Oh, it's a cookery book.
You expect me to believe that, do you?
You're always saying you're tired of me cooking the same thing all the time.
Yeah, all right.
Not that there's anything wrong with fish fingers sur la toast.
Take those stupid sunglasses off. That's something women find hard to believe, isn't it? Two men can have a quiet evening in on their own, enjoying a thoughtful and civilized conversation.
What were we talking about this morning?
Patsy Kensit's bicycle.
No, about you chucking Dorothy.
Oh.
You sure you know what you're doing?
Yeah?
She taught you everything you know.
Like what?
Well, sex. The way I'd heard it, you'd been pressing all the wrong buttons down there for years.
Well, she put me right in a few technical details, yes.
She said it was like sleeping with a badly informed Labrador.
Honestly, the potholes in your road. Nearly came off my bike twice. 12-hour shift without so much as a Mars bar between bedpans. Then the lifts go on the blink and I've got a hysterectomy stuck between two floors.
Evening, Dorothy.
Didn't tell me you were cooking, Gary. Hello, Dermot.
Hello, Dorothy. You're looking well.
Hear that, Gary? A compliment. Remember compliments?
They embarrass me. Anyway, you know you're looking well. You're a nurse.
I thought I'd pay you a spontaneous visit. What have you two been up to?
Oh, you know, discussing life, women, the meaning of it all.
That's what turns me on about you, Gary. You're not just a burglar alarm salesman. You're also fantastically shallow.
If you must know, I was trying to comfort poor Dermot, who's sitting there destroyed for the love of a woman.
It's all right. I'm beginning to pick up the pieces.
And I'd prefer it if you didn't arrive like this, unannounced, and interrupt.
Your brain-dead ideas about women? Yeah, well, I'm going to go and run myself a bath.